Dear students, in today's class we are going to discuss about what is stagflation and what is inflationary gap. Stagflation means it is a combination of stagnation and inflation. In this situation, rate of unemployment is very high and prices are also rising. While economic growth rate is very low, we may find some features of inflation and recession. In this situation, unemployment and inflation coexist side by side. This is called stagflation. What are the causes of stagflation? If the prices of raw material and labor increases, it will increase the cost of production, prices will rise and output will fall. A rapid rise in indirect taxes also increase the cost and price level, so output and employment falls. Shortage of labor also affects the output adversely. So these are the reasons why the stagflation is occurring in any economy. Stagflation means inflation plus recession both will cause the fall in the unemployment. So here in this diagram, we are measuring employment level on x-axis and price level on y-axis, and here DD is the demand curve, SS is the supply curve. Both are intersecting at G point, and OL is the price and OM is the employment level. In this diagram, aggregate supply curve intersect the aggregate demand curve at point G. The price level is OL and the employment level is OC. When aggregate supply curve moves upward, the new equilibrium point of the economy is F. So here S1 is the new supply curve, and at point F, what is happening means new equilibrium point is F, and price increases from OL to OK and employment level falls from OC to OB. What are the measures to reduce the employment? Training and skills should be provided. To reduce the unemployment, employment, training and skills should be provided to the labor. Money wages should rise with the rise in production. To reduce the cost of production, taxes should be reduced. During stagflation, government should make every effort to control the wages. Tax concession should be given to those firms which keep the wages below the target. Those firms which do not control the wages must pay the penalty. That means here, to reduce the unemployment rate, training and skills should be provided to the labor, and money wages should rise if the production is increasing. To reduce the cost of production, taxes should be reduced, and government should make every effort to control the wages. So these are the measures by which we can control stagflation. And second one is inflationary gap. When in an economy aggregate demand is in excess of aggregate supply at full employment, the demand is called an excess demand. That means aggregate supply at full employment level is called inflationary gap. Alternatively, when aggregate demand exceeds aggregate supply at full employment level, the demand is said to be an excess demand and the gap is called inflationary gap, because it causes inflation in the economy. So aggregate demand exceeds aggregate supply at full employment level, and there is an excess demand, the gap will be occurring. So whenever we are comparing with aggregate supply, aggregate demand is more and the gap is called inflationary gap. Let us suppose that an imaginary economy, by employing all its available resources, can produce 10,000 quintals of rice. If aggregate demand for rice is say 12,000 quintals, this demand will be called an excess demand, because aggregate supply at the level of full employment of resources is 10,000 quintals. So here the aggregate demand is 12,000 quintals and aggregate supply is 10,000 quintals. The excess of 2,000 quintals will be called an inflationary gap. So in this diagram we can see that inflationary gap. Here on x-axis we are measuring output and income, and y-axis total expenditure, and AD is the aggregate demand curve and AS is the aggregate supply curve. The situation is depicted in the diagram. Here point E lying on 45 degrees So aggregate supply is the 45 degrees line, and point E, that means where aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply, the point at point E, that is the equilibrium point. This is an ideal situation because aggregate demand presented by EM is equal to full employment level of output represented by OM. So full employment is here OM, and total expenditure, that is aggregate supply and aggregate demand, both are intersecting at point E. That means equilibrium is the point where AD is equals to AS. Suppose the actual aggregate demand is for a level of output BM which is greater than full employment level of output, that is here BM. So here the difference between the two is EB, which is a measure of inflationary gap or excess demand. So here BM and ME is the aggregate demand and BE is the gap, which is called inflationary gap. What are the causes of inflationary gap? Increase in household consumption demand due to rise in propensity to consume, increase in private investment demand because of rise in credit facilities, increase in public expenditure, increase in export demand, increase in money supply, or increase in disposable income. So here, whenever the consumption demand of households is increasing and there is a rise in propensity to consume, then their household consumption demand is increasing. So aggregate demand will be more than aggregate supply. Increase in private investment demand means because of rise in credit facilities, people are investing more. So because of this, the demand is also increasing. Increasing in public expenditure, so the public will get more money with them, so they can demand more. So aggregate demand is more than aggregate supply. Increase in export demand. Increase in money supply or increase in disposable income is also increasing the propensity to consume. That is the reason why aggregate demand is increasing. So these are the reasons for inflationary gap. Causes of excess demand means deficit financing. That means whenever there is a deficit in the budget, that means aggregate expenditure, government expenditure is more than government revenue, then we will call it as deficit budget. So for that deficit budget, we are financing, that is printing of excess currency notes. That is also one of the reason that it will cause excess demand. Increase in marginal propensity to consume and increase in autonomous investment. So in investment there are two types. One is induced investment and the second one is autonomous investment. And investment, there is an increase in autonomous investment, then we are calling it as the reasons for excess demand. Here in this video we are going to discuss what is the stagflation. So stagnation and inflation both are together, then we are calling it as stagflation. And what are the causes of stagflation and how it is going to occur, we are explaining with the help of this graph. And what is inflationary gap? So what are the measures we are going to take? So inflationary gap means aggregate demand is in excess of aggregate supply at full employment, then that gap we are calling it as inflationary gap. And how it is going to occur with the help of this diagram. So AD curve and AS curve. Then what is the actual aggregate demand, that means BM. So when we are deducting EM from BM, so B is the gap which is occurring whenever the demand is excess of aggregate supply. So what are the causes of inflationary gap and what are the causes of excess demand and how the inflationary gap is affecting, that we have discussed in this video.